are ported in the beautiful Key West. If you can see, there's some of it in the background. We are up in the crow's nest having coffee because we are waiting for our group to be called to complete immigration. So Key West is our first port back into the United States, even though we are actually getting off in Fort Lauderdale tomorrow. But because it is the first port in the United States, we have to complete immigration. So the immigration officers are on the ship and we are waiting for our group to be called. We got off the ship a little early today before our excursion, so we're just kind of walking up and down, I don't know, some street here in Key West. Front Street, of course you know where we are. It's very pretty, lots of like residential houses, and I'm sure some of these are like Airbnbs. Very pretty here and lovely weather. So we're gonna walk for another 10 minutes before we meet up for our excursion. But the immigration process was very quick. The line was kind of long, but it moved, honestly, it moved quicker than the buffet. So maybe like 5-10 minutes and we were done. Our first stop at our food tour is called Hank's Saloon. It was a very cute entrance. If you saw, there was like one of those Airstream campers that had been turned into maybe like a food truck. So here is their menu. Well, it looks like this is the drink side of their menu. Of course, there was an airplane that flew over right when I was trying to do the recording. And then here is their food menu. So with this food tour, we get one included food item at every stop that we make. So I'm anxious to see what they include in this.
What we're going to be eating here is called Hank's Hair of the Dog. And Hank was actually a beloved golden retriever that the owners had. He unfortunately passed early due to cancer, so they started to try to memorialize their dog. We love to support them because 100% of their proceeds from the merchandise and some of the proceeds from alcohol goes to all the rehab. They pay a lot of it forward, very dog friendly, great national touring acts, local acts, great place for music and drinks.
So from that last video, I don't know if you could hear what our tour guide was saying, just because we were lucky enough to get right in front of the speaker, so the music is a little louder than what we would prefer. But so Hank's Saloon, she said, was very dog friendly. Apparently Hank, I guess, was their pet dog and he passed away earlier than they would prefer, and so they use this saloon as a way to honor their pet dog. So if you know me, I'm a dog lover. So they said, or the tour guide said, that they use all of the proceeds from their merchandise sales to pay it forward to like pet agencies or rescue agencies. So, you know, I already love this place. So here at Hank's Saloon, we are going to try a mahi-mahi. It's like a little taco. It has some kind of sauce, some mango, cilantro. The tour guide said that this mahi-mahi was probably caught within the last 48 hours. And look, Tom has been voluntold to try the mahi-mahi on camera. He's very excited. I think he's going to have a few words for me when I turn the video off. Might just keep it running the rest of the day. Let me zoom in on that.
Fantastic. I'm having. I want to watch you with.
So I just wanted to get this face right here because he's still a little upset with me because I recorded him eating. Fun times, fun times.
This is called First in Flight because they outgrew us and they wanted to have an airstrip, but our city wasn't ready to do that, so they moved up to Miami. But they did get their start here, and then they grew from there. Right now, this is called First in Flight, so it's a really good restaurant. We're going to be eating at Bagatelles at one of our stops, and that's one of their sister restaurants. And they still have the bar inside, and they call it the Crash Bar, because unfortunately, one of the Sikorsky, excuse me, seaplanes didn't make the right approach and crashed into the roof of the office at one point. So they still have some humor and call it the Crash Bar inside. At one time, too, Kelly McGillis, who starred in the very first Top Gun, she actually owned this bar and restaurant. When she did, she put in a microbrewery. So the very first beers ever brewed here on the island were also brewed here. So great place to try some island beer. And wine bottles, you would know that they were rum runners and they had alcohol bootleggers. The Hearts would tell you that there was lady companionship available, and the Diamonds would tell you that there's a card game going on. So back in the day, this would have been the fun house to be hanging out at. Yeah. Where you probably find all our public officials at too as well. They had said something about the roosters. You guys know the story of our roosters here? No. The roosters were some of the first birds here on the island.
So I don't know if you heard her, but she basically said that the fencing kind of gave people an idea of what they offered here. We are walking into our second stop for our food tour, which is actually in the shops at Mallory Square. Our tour guide said that this is the only escalator on the entire Key West Island. So our sandwich that we are about to eat came from Cuban Coffee Queen.
Yeah, so this is Cuban Coffee Queen. They have 3 locations here.
So it looks like some type of pork sandwich.
It's a Cuban pork.
Cuban pork, okay.
I'm gonna go to the restaurant.
So this is the oldest running aquarium. 1935. Nice little line to get tickets. On the back side, it doesn't look very large. We visited Kino Sandals, where sandals have been handmade since 1966. We also visited the Rodriguez Cigar Factory. So they turned down the music a little bit so we could hear our tour guide, but we didn't know that cocktails would be included during this tour. But she gave us a choice of 3 of their most popular drinks, which was the Moscow Mule, a zombie, and I don't really remember what the other one was. But she did say that the zombie they light on fire, so that sounded pretty cool. I think they're about to turn the music back up. But it was kind of neat that the cocktails were going to be included with our there's music. The cocktails were going to be included on our food tour. So that was a nice little surprise. I mean, neat little bar. We are walking into the way that I would pronounce it would be bagatelle. Bagatelle? Yeah. And we have a nice little private room upstairs for our food tour. Our food here at Bagatelle, I have mispronounced it earlier, is a lobster mac and cheese, and the lobster is actually warm water lobster, which is my favorite kind of lobster. So I'm really excited. This is probably my favorite stop, or at least if it's good, it's going to be my favorite stop. So. It's okay. It's okay. You think it's good? It's okay. Our last and final stop of the food tour is Key West Key Lime Pie Company. I really feel like you cannot go to Key West without trying their key lime pie. So I'm excited. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of key lime flavor, but I'm definitely going to try it. It does look like they are making it right here. Look how cute this is. It's on little sticks, almost like an ice cream. Little popsicles.
Tulip Barbie and then went to go up over here.
Key lime pie. It is very white colored, not any green.
That's very dense. So
Oh, that's good.
It does feel like a good texture.
Yeah, it's more like an eggy custard texture than a gelatin.
that tastes like my grandmother made it. She made a lemon icebox pie, and it was very creamy.
It is very creamy. It is very key limey too.
I like it.
If you like key lime flavor, it is delicious. If you're like me and don't prefer key lime flavor, it's okay. It's not bad. So we just got back from our food tour, and what were your thoughts about it? It was good.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
It was good. A little longer than probably what we would have liked. We did five stops. 5 stops. It was a very slow walking, a little bit of history. So probably could have done it in 2 had we skipped all that stuff. But all the food was wonderful. I did not like the mac and cheese as much as I thought I would, or the lobster. Okay, all right, whatever. But it was a really great day. We love Key West. We are definitely going to fly here and do like a long weekend, maybe even a week. Key West is beautiful. Everyone needs to come to Key West for sure. But definitely recommend the food tour for sure.